Hello and welcome to this live show. And obviously, at this time we had to come out because suddenly, out of nowhere, England women have announced their final squad for the upcoming T20 World Cup. And obviously, as we all know, the Women's World Cup is going to happen in England in June, July. So the host has announced their final squad. And as usual, as expected, it's a very, very strong squad. And obviously, Nat Shiva Brand will lead the squad. And obviously, we always take that name. Charlotte Edwards, the head coach, who will be pivotal, the mastermind if England manage to secure another title on home soil. Because we all know the fantastic record that they have on home soil. All 350 overs World Cup, Cricket World Cup, Women's Cricket World Cup, they won on home soil. 1973, 1993, and 2017, the heartbreaking one. Yes, and obviously, and the 2009, and the 2009, the T20 one. That and interestingly, the 2009 T21 World Cup was led by who? Charlotte Edwards. So, and this time she is the head coach. So, Trishadi, a strong squad, and it's expected. The names that are there, I think one or two surprises, but overall, it's a very strong squad.
What did you expect? Charlotte Edwards taking so much time out and not letting the England team play. Even they were not even allowed to play domestic tournaments.
Yes.
She wanted camps after camps after camps. Right after the ODI World Cup, she has
Yeah.
been grinding. And as she had said before the ODI World Cup, when she picked up, she said, we are
Yeah.
going to the ODI World Cup with whatever. Once the ODI World Cup is done, T20 World Cup at home, they are coming for everyone.
Absolutely, and as Tushadi mentioned that initially their plan was to go to, I think, to the UAE. I think because of the war situation they couldn't go, and then they changed the plan and went to South Africa, and there they
South
played,
Africa. Yeah.
the intra squad series
Yeah.
between themselves. I think it was 20 or 22 member, and all
Yeah.
of them played, within themselves. A 5 match series I think they played, and obviously I think after seeing there, all the players performing, finally I think they have come up with this final squad. Okay,
No,
let
even
me read
after
out
that,
the
there were
squad.
two other camps, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
They were
okay,
supposed to
okay.
play the domestic competition, they cancelled that, and they had more camps. And then they have
Mm.
finally reached the squad. So I'm guessing these people are definitely in the best pink of their form, as the people talk about health, pink of their health. These people are in the pink of their form.
And India women very fresh of the 4-1 series loss to South Africa. Now they know whom they are going to face. The squad is out today only. Now they know only whom they are going to face in that 3 match T20 series. Okay, let me read out the squad first. 1 second. Yes. Nat Shivabrand, the captain. Lauren Bell, obviously. Alice Capsey. Tilly Cotton Coleman, the surprising one.
Very
18
good.
year old, uncapped, left arm, orthodox. And remember, Trishadi, we both saw her in action in the 100. Yeah, that 4 wicket haul, and we talked about that guy. Yeah. Charlie Dean, Sophia Dunkley, Sophia Eccleston, Lauren Filer, Danny Gibson. Interesting. Danny Gibson, I think she missed a majority of the international cricket due to injury. But again, I think the management showing faith on her, all rounder. Amy Jones, wicketkeeper. Freya Camp, uh, Heather Knight, Lindsay Smith, Easy Young. I am very happy to see Easy Young's name. I was little, guessing that maybe she will make, or she will not make to the squad, but very happy to see her name. And obviously in the last name, another experienced campaigner, Danny White Hodge.
Sorry, what's the question? I missed again.
No, that no, no. The question I'm good. I just read out the squad. But Rishad, how bold and brave decision is to include an uncapped player for a World Cup squad straight. 18-year-old uncapped player, and
Mm.
she is now ready for the World
I
Cup
think this
experience
could be
at
a
home
game
soil.
changer. This could be a game changer, or this could come back to bite you. Can go
Disaster.
either way. Because you could have taken Sarah Glenn in place of
Yes.
Tilly, um, or
Coleman.
even sorry, no, it's not like I forgot the name. It's just that I wanted to say you could have taken Sarah Glenn in place of Tilly,
Yes.
or you could have kept Tilly and actually not played Lindsay Smith and could have kept Sarah Glenn. I think the only thing
Mhm.
that this side is completely missing is, you know, I have a feeling that wrist spinners. I don't know what has happened. Why does no team want wrist spinners, man?
I think with Sarah Clare, I think injury played a key part. I'm not
No, no,
sure
no.
how fit she is.
She was injured back then. अभी भी injured है
No,
क्या? क्या
again
क्या
she
दिक्कत
got
है?
injured few months back. Again she got injured.
Oh, okay.
She was going through some rehab, but
But
I
that
think
was few
what I
months back, right?
yes,
Because
yes. Now I think she's back. She's doing training and
but maybe
everything.
still in
But
rehab or something
yeah,
of that sort. Not maybe ready
yeah,
for yeah,
maybe
could
because
be.
otherwise
Um,
you can remember that Sarah Glenn was very well part of this squad.
yeah, no, no, I don't think it is because there's a problem with XYZ.
Mhm.
It will definitely be
Yeah,
either
yeah,
performance or something.
yeah.
But I think Tilly Coleman could be very interesting, especially with most of the teams struggling against left arm spinners. That's the new trend. I
Absolutely.
don't even want to
But
mention our own team.
yes, but Tushari, Lauren Bell,
Hmm.
Lauren Pyler,
Hmm.
and Easy Wong. How scary is
Hmm.
this?
I will ask you a question. Lauren Bell, in England
Yeah.
conditions, how scary
Yes.
is this?
Yes.
And now add to it Lauren Filer.
Lauren
Then
Pyler.
add to
That
it
pace.
Easy Wong. Now
I think
you tell
another
me.
surprising. I think another surprising name that is not there. I think A Mallat. Did you expect A Mallat to be there? No.
No,
In this
no,
format.
no.
Yeah.
I was thinking in ODIs, yes, but here I
Yes.
thought because see, it would have been either M. Arlott or Isi Wong.
Yes.
Where I
Yes.
feel Isi Wong is a better candidate because she's a little like her ball will skid a little more.
Hmm.
MR Lord, I think will be offering similar kinds of variations that Lauren Bell and Lauren Filer will end up giving you.
Hmm.
Someone like Filer you need so that in pitches where there is bounce, where there is pace, you can use her just
Yes.
for raw pace. I think Lauren Bell will play in the playing 11 for sure,
Yeah.
and it will be one of Easy Wong, Lauren Filer playing.
Hmm. According to the opposition and conditions, I think they will
Correct.
decide. Hmm.
Correct.
Absolutely. But I think obviously Sophie Eccleston, their number one spinner, no doubt about that. Lindsay Smith, I think a huge World Cup for her because the WPL she didn't do that much well, but still I think she has that capability. We saw in the 2025 ODI World Cup she was brilliant, and
It
again
was in
another World
India,
Cup and
Snehashish, conditions
yes,
that help spinners.
yeah, yeah,
Which is why I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I would not have Sophie Eccleston, Lindsay Smith, Tilly Cotton Coleman, all three in a team. I wouldn't.
similar kind of.
Yeah. Charlotte Edwards obviously knows much better. I can only
Yeah.
say that I wouldn't, but obviously she knows. Because if someone tells me that Charlotte Edwards is not coming for the World Cup, every other
No,
team is,
definitely.
but Charlotte Edwards will take it personally. Where as a coach, she has won everything. She has a WPL
Yes,
trophy.
yes,
She has the 100. She has the 200. Everything. There's no
yes.
tournament ka 200, guys. I know that. Please don't start writing, Didi, there is no 200. She has won everything. And you think she's
Yeah.
going to leave the World Cup out? I don't think so. Because especially if after England's performance in the ODI World Cup, if this World Cup also England messes up, that too at home, it is going to be a huge question mark on her job.
Mm.
And if anybody knows Charlotte Edwards, they would know one thing that nobody likes, and especially not Charlotte Edwards, people questioning her. Because when people started questioning her, she just moved away from cricket. She said, "It's okay, I'm retiring. Thank you."
Yes, and Charlie Dean Tushadi, vice captain of the side, and again
Yeah,
off
yeah,
spinner,
absolute
very
asset.
vital option.
Absolute asset. Whenever I think of Charlie Dean, something else comes to my mind. What on earth?
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Change the topic.
I think brilliant. Charlie Dean will be very important. Somewhere
Yeah,
the Deepti Sharma role
yeah.
that she'll be playing in the England squad.
Mm.
Um, I think she can do it both with the bat and the ball. But how much? See, Charlie Dean, Alice Capsey. The problem with both these players, why did I name these two specifically, is once in a while they rise, they shine, but rest of the time they're gone,
Yes.
and that's a huge problem.
Mm, absolutely. And what about Heather Knight, another World Cup experienced member, and how crucial she will be for this side?
Think of that first shot she played in the
I still
2025 World
remember.
Cup.
I still remember the way she opened the face of the bat on the fast ball. Brilliant. I still
Yeah,
remember.
because I remember both of us looked at each other and we were like, wow, just wow.
The
It,
way both openers were struggling before that,
yeah.
and then she came out
And then
at
Heather
number
Knight
three.
just comes and see,
Yeah.
that is why I don't like batters who have this superb technique. Why are you batting like batting is easy? It is not. When Laura Woolward comes and just hits a stroke and stands there, I'm like, no, it is not easy. Don't pretend it is easy. Come on.
So yeah, all these names, especially as I mentioned, the experienced name, Nat Shiva Brand, obviously captain, experienced name, Heather Knight, and obviously Danny White Hodge. I think Danny White Hodge playing a ninth T20 World Cup, so you can imagine
Yeah.
the experience that she will bring. So all these names will be key. But Tushadi, there will be a lot of pressure also playing on home soil because obviously the previous record
Yeah.
that they have, winning all the World Cups.
Yeah, well, since they have won all the home World Cups, there
Yeah.
will obviously be a lot of pressure on the home team. It is always the case, because you think they know the conditions. The adaptability bit does not need to really come because they will be aware of the conditions. So yes, they will be under pressure. Also, the experienced players, someone like a Heather Knight, every single day you have to come and perform. That's how it is. Nat
Mm.
Brandt, captain, fair enough. She was she was in the ICC tournament, team of the tournament. She was at number 12, if I'm not wrong. So that she would want to change. There are a lot of
Mm.
things at stake when it's a home World Cup, when you are experienced enough. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. One thing I will be interesting. It will be interesting to see. I am looking forward at whether Elias Capsey will be considered as a second wicketkeeper option because few days ago she, talked about that in an interview that I have started, working with the glove work again. So interesting that whether this is a message from someone like Charlotte Edwards going to the World Cup that it will help for you, for a longer run in the team. So let's see why if
Exactly.
that happens or not.
Because see, with Amy Jones also the problem is similar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential, and one of the top wicket keepers around. If you go around the world, and
Mm.
I will include men and women's team together.
Yeah.
Saying this, Amy Jones is that good behind the stumps, but in front of the stumps, it's a little bit of a different story. There's a lot of potential which after so many years has not really come out, and she hasn't really been that dominant in any of the um, y- y- in any of the formats, and that too consistently. So that's
Yeah.
that's an issue. Someone like Alice Capsey can be more consistent, ideally should
Mm.
be more consistent. So maybe to give it to someone like KL Rahul also adjusted and started keeping wickets. So she's also trying to do something of that sort.
Yes. The Abhishek Nair thinking.
The Abhishek Nair thinking, my god.
Yes. Okay, so that is it. Tushari, is there any comment that we can take or we
Yeah,
can? Oh, already. Okay.
yeah. Pavan Suresh is saying hi.
Hi, hi.
Yeah, much like you, I also expected for England squad, why will people comment? But I'm glad that people are doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Syed Nizamuddin is saying, is this last tournament for Harman? Why? What is happening to her that it'll be her last tournament? See, I think it all depends on a lot of things. How does she feel after the tournament?
Uh,
How does the tournament end? What is the result? What is her form? What is her health? There are so many questions. Let the tournament begin. How can you before the beginning of the tournament only decide on last or second last man? Prince of World, Trishadi, you said England team will win 50 over World Cup. होना तो चाहिए था. पर इतना कचरा खेले तो भी what can I do? Because head coach is Charlotte Edwards. T20 World Cup will be theirs. भाई उनका जो रिकॉर्ड है खुद ही के in
Ah,
England it's very difficult, and that too in ICC tournaments it's very difficult to obviously write them off. And as I said before the one day World Cup as well, when you have Charlotte Edwards as your coach, it is very difficult to write you off at any point of time. So yeah, I I don't know. I still have a gut feeling that South Africa will win the World Cup. Sorry,
South Africa.
guys. Just everything points at that. But maybe a South
Hmm.
Africa England final and then England comes up. I don't know. I just have a feeling Laura Woolworth is going to pick up that cup.
Yes.
Prince of World. Tammy Beaumont is not in the squad. Who will open for England? Alongside Dunkley. Danny Wyatt. Will Danny get chances? Because she didn't get chances in 50 over World Cup. Snehashish.
Yeah.
Who will
uh,
open?
who will open? This can be interesting. One second. Just let me go to the squad one more time. I think. Sophie Dunkley.
Charlie Dean. Sophia Dunkley will open
Sophia Dunkley
along
is
with
an
Dunkley
option.
and
Yeah.
White Hodge.
Yeah. I
Sophia
think
Dunkley and
Sophia
Danny
Dunkley or
White
Danny
Hodge.
Whitehorse. Only two options are there. Or if
Or
they
what? You
try.
people have to open the batting, no, Snehashish? What are
No,
you
I
saying?
think
Or?
no. I am saying that maybe one more option they can try out of the box, like try Alice Caps at the top. Use
I
the
feel that.
power play.
I feel that too. I feel
Yeah,
that too. And that is
use
where the whole wicket keeping thing is
yeah,
coming in.
maximize
I
that
have that feeling.
power play with her explosive batting.
Yeah, I feel so. That could
Mm.
also be something in their mind.
Mm.
Prince of World, when will come Indian World Cup squad? We can expect some changes like execute Shubman Gill in squad.
Oh,
What?
no, I think he or she trying to say that the way mainstream when announced, Shubman Gill
Oh,
was dropped, just that kind of can happen with the women's squad or not when it will be announced.
who is the Shubman Gill, according to
Yes,
you?
that is the bigger question. Please answer that
Who,
first, then we
Prince
can
of
tell.
World, first answer, who is this Shubman Gill according to you in the Women's World Cup? फिर हम तुमको जवाब देंगे हाँ बेटा. Prince of World, thankfully I got off today, so I am able to join this live session. Chalo, अच्छी बात है. Are you from Kolkata? Did you get off because of Bengal elections? No, I'm just asking. There are so many people. Guys, I just want to tell my friends who are watching and people who are DMing me in Insta, why will I get off because of Bengal elections? I'm a journalist. I'm not a state employee. Why am I going to get an off today? And just by the way, there is no off tomorrow also. Somebody is saying happy off day because I said I
Wow.
have off next week 4 5 days. That person has added 4 5 days from here and saying, oh, happy off. I said, Arey, kahan ka off, bhai? Kidhar off? No, guys, we don't have Saturdays and Sundays. We do not have the regular offs that you guys enjoy. While it seems very beautiful that we post pictures with athletes and oh my god, such so and so lucky and all that, but it is a difficult job where you work 24 into 7, unfortunately. Now, after the whole gyan, let's take the last question. Prince of World. It's going to be the long England tour for Indian team, right, Trishadi? England series, World Cup, Test match, and 100. 100
100?
तो everyone doesn't play, na? तो वो तो and see, I genuinely believe a lot of people will start or a lot of players will now start pulling off the 100 WBBL events like that, because WPL you can't pull off as an Indian cricketer.
Yeah,
You cannot pull off bilateral series either. So that's why I feel ki, what do you think, Snehashish? People will start pulling off these competitions, 100 WBBL.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think if you see last year also, we didn't see that much of Indians in both the tournaments, as you
I think
mentioned.
Smriti pulled
And
off
yeah,
WBBL, Smriti and Deepthi also, I
WBBL,
think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Only Jemima, I think, was there in WBBL. So yeah, and see, I think as you mentioned, that is going to be a long tour in England, right? First
Yeah,
you start with the T20s, then the World Cup, and then the Test match, and then you have the 100. So after
yeah,
such a long tour, how many players will like to be there again, play another tournament? So it will
yeah.
be a big question, we have to say. But also, I think it will depend how what will be India's run in the World Cup. Whether India gets knocked
Correct,
out in the
correct,
group stage, I think then you can see few players playing that 100. But if India somehow manage to play the semi-final or final, then I think it will be very tough for the
correct,
players to again continue playing the 100. So let's see what happens.
correct,
But I think lot of the things I think will depend on the India's World Cup run.
correct. Smruti, India has some experimentation left to do in England series. After that, maybe India will announce the squad. Yeah, Smruti, I feel India will announce a broader squad, a
Yeah,
bigger squad. Sorry, not broader squad. How can a squad be broader? मैं कुछ भी बोलती हूँ. A bigger squad for the England series, about say 18 people or 19 people,
yeah,
19 players, and then from that they will curtail. It cannot be like there will be completely a different squad for the World Cup and the England England series. That's what I feel. Test match they will announce later. Of course, test match is something that
yes, yes.
um, it will take more time to announce, and I don't see the need to change too much in the Australian, the squad that played the Australian test match. So yeah, it is as I said, and I've been repeating this, I feel 18 to 20 members probably will be going for 18 to 20 players probably will be going for the
Yes.
England squad. And so not England squad, England tour.
Yes.
But yeah, sorry
From
guys,
that
I've been,
bunch, you select
yeah,
your top 15 for the World
yeah,
Cup.
yeah, absolutely. That's it. Done.
That's
Comments are
it.
taken.
Okay, thank you guys for joining in because it was a
Yeah,
so
seriously,
unplanned.
hats off to you guys.
Yes,
One,
yes,
it's an impromptu life. Secondly, how
exactly.
it's because of you guys that every day we plan 10 minutes live, and then because you guys ask such pertinent questions, genuinely,
Yeah,
we then actually have a good conversation. But
yeah.
Prince of World, very slyly, you have yet not said Shubman Gill kaun hai. I will keep asking you in every live, who is Shubman?
Okay, thank you, Trishati, for joining in. Thank you, everyone, for joining in again. And obviously, tomorrow, I think we both will be back with another live show, regarding the India series and everything. Because as we mentioned, that we have planned three shows a week for you guys,
Correct.
alternative days. So
Why
yesterday we
don't you
did
tell
that.
them the division, because they can watch in the other languages also, no? Whichever
Oh
language they
yes.
understand.
So we are planning to do women's cricket show in three languages, right? In English, Hindi. I was going to tell England, English, Hindi, and
Yeah,
and Bengali.
England
Okay.
language and English, two separate languages. We will do one show in British English, one show in American English.
Yes. So in English channel you can see the shows on 3 days, alternative
Mm.
days: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. And on Hindi it is on Tuesday and it's Saturday, if I'm not wrong. Tuesday and Saturday.
You
Yeah.
will
Tuesday.
know, right? You have written there
I
is a
written.
document. You can just open and check. Wait, give me
Yeah.
1 second.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm right. I think Tuesday and Saturday. On Bengali, it's Thursday and Sunday.
yeah. You're right. Hindi Tuesday, Saturday, and Bengali
Yeah.
Thursday, Sunday.
Yeah. So this is the plan of our till the India England series starts. After
Yeah.
that, new programs, new shows and everything will come up. But till then,
Yeah.
you guys can show women's cricket shows about everything, not only Indian women's cricket. I am saying,
Mm.
all the
Mm.
women's cricket that is happening all over the world, focusing especially the teams that are going to play in the T20 World Cup. Obviously, that's the main
Mm.
focus. That's the bigger picture.
Mm.
So
Mm.
we'll try to cover all and everything as much as possible, and as we did today, whenever the squad comes out, be it it's not on the scheduled date, as I mentioned that maybe it is not just like that. It is Tuesday, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
any team announce their squad, me and Trishadi or maybe Shorjani will, all of us will try our
Yeah.
best and come and join you guys for a small chat, at least like 15-20
Mm.
minutes at least, to have a discussion like today. So thank you guys again joining again. please keep following the episodes. Please keep supporting us, and hopefully, as England have already started to announce, already started the trend of announcing
The
squad. The
trend
first
of
team has,
announcing their
yes,
squad. Yeah.
yes, the first team has been announced. So let's see when the other teams will come out. But as I mentioned, that India have now know that have now known that whom they are going to face in the upcoming three-match T20s. So hopefully there are lot more
But
time to.
before you end, I have a question. I wanted to ask this in the next slide, but I'll ask this
Yeah,
now only. Indian coach has said that this was a
I know,
fighting scene.
I know, I know. I just don't know how he said that, but
You are
he
saying
said
I
that.
know, and then you are saying I don't know. What is this?
I know that he said that, but I don't know how he said that.
And that's why, guys, we don't attend press conferences most of the time. We prefer coming live and talking to you guys than
Yeah.
asking them questions.
He said Herman batted well, had work ethics. What he mentioned in our interview also. He said Richa scored few runs in the last two games. That's a positive. And Dipti got back from in the last two games. That's a positive. So we have done well, fought well. It's a positive. Lot of positive going into the
Yeah,
England and
that
World
Fortwell is something I'm not buying.
Cup. Posting
But
below
I
per
guess many
score.
other
How
coaches
you are
can't
fighting?
really. Yeah,
You are posting below per scores. How you are fighting
yeah.
them?
We crossed 160 in one of the matches, just right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
we fought well.
So yeah, it's okay. It
It's
happens
okay.
throughout the World Cup. We will get to know about these things a lot more.
Yeah,
Definitely.
correct. Correct.
Definitely. Okay. So thank you again for joining in, and let's meet in the next live show. Till then, take care and goodbye. Thank you.